Hello and welcome to Heather's Gluten-Free Adventures. So today we're gonna do ham hock and bean soup. One of my favorites. I don't know why. I love that stuff. And I'm gonna make some cornbread gluten-free to go with it. Now corn is already gluten-free. So I'm gonna make this cornbread with gluten-free King Arthur flour. I have this bag to finish using up. And I made a sourdough bread with it, and I've got a video coming out, or I have a video somewhere, I don't know if it's out yet or if it's coming out, that already has, that I used this in, and I did not have a reaction to it. Even though the ingredients say that it has gluten-free wheat starch in it, which I don't know what that is, or really don't know anything about it, but to me, I thought wheat was part of what we weren't supposed to have gluten-free, but apparently that is a modified food product or something, which is not something I don't love. I don't love things that I don't know what they are. And I don't love things, how did they get the gluten out of the wheat starch? And to me, that seems like something that would be ultra processed, so it's probably not something I will ever buy again. It also has cellulose in it. It has a xanthan gum, which xanthan gum and I don't always get along, but I did not react to this, so I'm gonna use it up rather than throw it out. So I'm gonna make cornbread with this, and I'm gonna take you with me, and let's hope this turns out. Cornbread's kind of hard to screw up, but and I have this recipe that is our family favorite, and I got it from actually Allrecipes, and the gal who posted it was Carol Allen, and I have been using this recipe since 2012. I printed this April 15th, 2012, and we love this, so I will keep using this one. I did have to do a couple tweaks. Like originally it called for a cup of all-purpose flour and a cup of cornmeal. And I like my cornbread to be a little bit more cornmeal-y and less floury. Don't know how it's going to work with this, but I'm thinking because it's 1-to-1 flour, it should be okay. So let me go ahead and point you down, gather all my stuff, and I will be right back with you. So I'm just going to use lard. It calls for shortening, and I don't use shortening. So you can use lard, you can use coconut oil, you could use... I have ghee right here. We could use ghee if we wanted to. I'm going to use lard. I'm going to throw this on the stove and let it get warmed up real quick while we're trying to do everything else. In here, I'm going to do 3/4 cup of the gluten-free flour. I have no idea if I need to add, I know with bread, I need to add psyllium husk to this. But this is supposed to be 1-to-1, so I should not have to for cornbread. So we'll see. I mean, if cornbread falls apart to a soup, oh well, it falls apart. Bread is a totally different story. I just did too much. I need to take about 1/4 cup of this out. So I'm going to take half of this half-cup measuring cup out. I did more like a cup in there. So I do about 3/4 cup of flour. And then 1 cup of cornmeal. Now this cornmeal, I just unsealed it. I've had it since 2020. But having had it sealed, still smells like corn. It's not rancid. I think that date might be wrong too. There's no way I still have something like this from 2020. I go through it too much. So I wonder if I put the wrong date on there. Would not surprise me. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. This calls for 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 4 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon plus a teaspoon. So instead of going and getting all perfect, well, I guess I'm gonna get fairly perfect here because I'm almost out. I bet you I have just enough. So there's 1 tablespoon, that's 3 teaspoons. And then I think I only have 1 teaspoon left. That's it. Sugar, half a cup of sugar. And you can use honey, you can use maple syrup, you can use pretty much anything. Just figure that you're gonna need a little bit less in the liquid department because you're putting a liquid sweetener in it. This is all the white, this is my last bit of white sugar I have in my house. I have, I have food storage, and so I had several pounds of white sugar, and I put it off and put it off and put it off, and I'm just to the point where I want it out of there so I can make room for better stuff. So this is the very last of all my white sugar, and I put in a 1/2 cup of white sugar. All right, and a 1/4 cup of oil is all melted, or lard. I go to a local dairy who has a certified A2 raw milk, and I love this milk. Shout out to R H. I'm gonna add a cup of milk. Look how yellow and creamy that it is. Of course, it's mixed with some of the corn now. And then check this out. It calls for 2 eggs. And I have one little itty bitty egg and one ginormous egg. Oh. And of course it doesn't have a double yolk. And these little things right here, don't know what they are. Just take it out. And I got this Danish dough whisk, and I think this is everything. So now I'm just gonna take this, and be careful because it can make a mess. I got all the butter melted in there, and see, it's not a ton. It's like what, 2-3 tablespoons? But you get it in there and you get it hot, and you just make sure that it's coating, you know, around the edges and stuff. And then you put this in here. One of the best things about working with cast iron, or the best ways to work with cast iron, is to make sure that it's hot. So I like to preheat my pans before I put stuff in them to bake. I don't do that with my bread pans, but like loaf pans. I guess I don't do that with my muffin pans either, but cornbread and biscuits, oh, makes the best crust when you do this. You see how it's already rising and bubbling around there? All right, I'm gonna stick this into the oven for about 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes. Okay. That is my cornbread. That looks beautiful. Okay. Probably should let this cool just a little bit, but I want to show you how it turned out. I want to see how it turned out. Hot. Look at that. Doesn't that look glorious? Put a little pat of butter on it. That looks fabulous. I think one of my favorite things about cornbread is it is quick and easy. It's like a quick bread. And so if you didn't get bread going for, you know, like a boule or like a thing of like a sourdough loaf or whatever, you have a quick bread that you can rely on. Mm-hmm. I would never know that that's gluten-free. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna ruin my dinner. This is so good. Mmm. I have to stop. That is so good, you guys. Gluten-free, and you can't even tell. Let me know if you make this recipe. Leave it in the comments how it turned out for you. I'm very excited about this. It's successes like this, it's wins like this that make me feel like, oh, I can do this gluten-free, no problem. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Heather's Gluten-Free Adventures. Thank you for coming with me. Try this recipe and let me know what you think. And if you use different flours, let me know what the flours that you used were. If you like this kind of content, hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up. The little bell on there will notify you every time I put up a new video. I'm trying to get a video up every Monday. So let me know if you try this.